exclusive story now. RBI Governor, Prime Minister, Economic Advisory Council and NITI Aayog all have a single window prescription for higher infra spending to revive India's growth. Sources tell ET now that the Finance Ministry is aiming at a 20 to 30% higher capital allocation for Big Four infra projects and reallocation of funds via upcoming supplementary demand. Ruchi Bhatia gets us all the details. Ruchi, take it away.
Well, you're right when we're saying that the RBI Governor, the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, NITI Aayog, all have been recommending to the Prime Minister that there is only one way to revive the Indian economy out of the current COVID-induced slump, and that is if we spend higher on the infrastructure sector. We're given to understand that it is highly likely that the government is going to undertake higher capital expenditure spends for infrastructure projects in FY21. It is, in fact, we're given to understand that the government could be looking at almost 20 to 30% higher spends in ports, roads as well as railways in FY21. But this is mostly going to be on account of reallocation of funds. We're given to understand that the supplementary demand for grants that the government is going to table in the monsoon session of the parliament that will be starting in the month of August, the government is going to reallocate some of the spends in critical sectors. The government is looking at pruning of their not so important sectors, pruning of spending in non-capital expenditure related sectors as well. And we're given to understand that if they will ensure that some of the spends can move to the infrastructure related sectors. Having said that, as I told you, the idea from the government's end is that spend on infrastructure projects, because they are going to be multipliers at this point of time, and which is why the government is focusing on infrastructure, as well as the other big sector that the government would be focusing on would be ensuring that India also becomes a part of the global supply chain. We're given to understand that government is in talks with companies from Taiwan, Singapore and Korea to move the supply chains here to India. So the idea is to create big infrastructure so that all this CAPEX can be moved into areas that will generate more growth for the Indian economy.